Yeah.
Who here asked for an 11-inch handheld? 11 whole inches. That's as much as the Subway football. 11. Yeah, Acer has announced the Nitro Blaze 11 with the 10.5-inch HD screen. What the fuck? Look, this thing is chat. This is ginormous. This is huge. Like, comparing it to like your average adult size hands, this thing is gigantic. That's an iPad Pro with controllers on it, man. It does have detachable controllers. Thank the Lord. Now, and they have two versions. They have the Nitro Blaze 8, which is traditional, like 8.7.9 or 7.5, so and so, and /8-inch. And they have the 11-incher. 8-inch is going for $8.99 USD, and the 11-inch is going for $10.99, $1,099. At that point, you can just get a console or just get a computer, or you can buy a couple of Switches. Yeah, this is not for you. This is, unfortunately, Tyrion, this is not for you. This is also not for me. I'm not a very large man. I'm kind of small. This will dwarf my hands by comparison. I'd be fumbling around with it. I'm gonna go ahead and fucking put that shit on my hands, and shit's just gonna be, it's gonna sound just like this as I'm using it. It's gonna be just like this. Like, fuck. It's definitely gonna be a rough one. Let me see something. Shit, nothing has started yet. Okay, fantastic. So I still got a little bit of time, but it doesn't think that David has set up shop as of yet. So I got a little bit until I jump into the podcast, but we got some more news. So apparently this was supposed to have 144 hertz display, but with some updates on the correction, it's actually 120 hertz. Still very good, but goddamn, this thing is still fucking huge. I'll tell you what. All right, cool. Yeah, so we're about to get started here. I'm almost done, I promise. Just a couple more things here. SteamOS has a new home on the Lenovo Legion Go S. This was rumored a lot towards the end of last year, and this is it. This is their inexpensive model that is going to be a direct competitor with the Steam Deck. It boasts 32 gigs of I have models up to 32 gigs of RAM, 55 watt-hour battery, 144 hertz actually no. So it actually comes down to a 1080p panel effectively, and they have a Windows 11 version as well as a Steam OS version, which is really interesting, and the price is way lower. We're going to, the Steam OS version is going to be $499, the Windows is going to be $599, so this is going to be within the same punching weight class as the Steam Deck, albeit similar size too. But if you want to have the detachable controllers, you are going to spend the extra couple $100 to get the regular non-Go S model. And last but not least, from Lenovo, they have prototypes for the Legion Go 2. This is also rumored a lot. Same thing, same detachable controllers, 8-inch display, touchpad on the right, like similar to how the Steam Deck is. Excuse me, kickstand, you name it. Definitely an update on the controllers. Looks like they also put more macro buttons on the side. They have some early specs, up to 32 gigs of RAM support, terabyte of internal storage, larger battery, up to 74, almost double the battery life, and 144 hertz refresh rate. First is a lower resolution, which is interesting, but this actually helps with lower resolution, it's going to actually perform better. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on. Secondly, it is going to be based off of Windows 11. That might change because these are concepts. There are no exact release dates yet. Pricing wise, it's going to be around $800, which is very similar to their original model. And woof, we're almost done. I promise. We have a couple more things I want to cover that are actually really fucking cool.